want y'all to understand that any and everybody that you see in 2019 making a video or speaking about dark skin or colorism has copied, plagiarized, and stolen from the work of Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark skin activist. Nobody even thought to talk about, speak about dark skin prior to 2015, when the world knew me as the dark skin activist because of the beef that I had regarding Kendrick Lamar's light skinned fiance. Nobody thought to talk specifically and only about dark skin. They didn't do it. Everybody and anybody that's talking about dark skin on YouTube, in any form of social media, whether you want to admit it or not, because these people are dishonest. They're liars. We know that from the jump. They'll never be honest and admit to it, but they've stolen, ripped off, and copied Rashida Strober. Any video on YouTube, I don't care who you are. I don't respect you. I see you as beneath me. I see you as immoral. I see you as dishonest, and I see you as a liar, because you did not come up with the concept. It wasn't even an inkling in your brain to talk about dark skin and what these people have done. I'm putting y'all onto something. I'm gonna keep putting y'all onto it. What these people have done is, these people, like I told you before, they either had inbuilt channels where there were already a lot of subscribers, or they know and understand marketing, and they decided to rip off and steal my work as the dark skin activists and take it back to their already inbuilt subscriber list and their channels that they already built, that was not based on dark skin or colorism. They looked at my work quietly behind the scenes, because you can do that on social media. That's my dad. Shout out to my dad. May he rest in peace. You can do that on social media. You can go and watch somebody's channel, stalk their channel. I'm talking about people with big audiences. This is what they're doing. They watched me, stalked me, still do it to this day. And then they took what I said, my work, my original dark skin activist work, because none of what these people are doing is original. And they took it back to their inbuilt channels. It's not authentic. It's not real. It's all the work of Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark skin activist. There's only one. I'm often imitated by these dark skinned women online who have bigger channels. Some of them actually pay for views. It's very important, which I've never done. They pay for views. They're marketers. They've already had built-in subscribers. But what they are the most is dishonest. They're dishonest. And you know, it's the irony is that I started dark skin activism for dark skinned women, but the same people I started it for have done nothing but constantly rip me off and steal from me online. I'm not going to stop speaking on this. Whoever's tired of it, I don't care. I'm going to continue to speak the truth. I'm going to continue to tell the truth. So now the irony of it, and actually this has been going on for a while. This has been going on when I first created dark skin activism and started implementing it through my plays, my live shows, to where I would have dark skinned women come out to my plays and they would tell me basically how stupid what I was doing regarding dark skin was. So I look up and I say, every dark skinned woman and a mama comes up on YouTube and talks about dark skin. Where the fuck were you in 98? Where the fuck were you prior to social media? you. You were nowhere to be found because you didn't care, because you didn't realize that speaking on dark skin was even a thing to talk about until you saw Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark skin activist. It's my work. It all comes back to me. That's a fact. I don't give a fuck about your views because I know that you're stealing from me. I know that your shit isn't authentic. What you know how to do is be a thief. What you know how to do, that's your real talent, is being dishonest. And I've lost a ton of respect for a lot of dark-skinned women. I'm not going to say all, but I've lost a ton of respect for a lot of dark-skinned women and Black women in general, because social media has shown me how Black women, your own so-called sisters, will steal and take from you with no problem. All in the name of YouTube views. They're all liars. Every last video on dark skin colorism, these women have stolen from the dark skin activists on YouTube. That's a fact. Be mad, disagree, get upset. I could care less. Do all of that. They've all stolen from one woman, Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark skin activist. Every last one of them, every single video you see about dark skin, especially after 2015, they've all stolen from Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark skin activist. Every last one of you. I have no respect for any of you because you're thieves, you're liars, and you're dishonest. Real quick, I want to let everybody know, and I'm going to go to my Facebook here so you guys can see. I am participating in my very first 10K marathon in Atlanta, Georgia on July 4th, which is coming up this Thursday. So if you would like to make a donation and sponsor the Dark Skin Activist, you can go to my Facebook and you can give on Facebook. Or you can also go to my GoFundMe. I have all this information in the description box, by the way. You can go to my GoFundMe. You can go to my PayPal, icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. You can go to either one of those and make a donation and sponsor the Dark Skin Activists. Go to my Facebook fundraiser and get more information about why I'm doing this race. I've always been into health and fitness, as a lot of you know. Here's the story right here. As a result of reading my book, How to Be the Hottest Dark Skinned Chick on the Planet, where I actually speak on things like my vegan lifestyle, exercise, all those things. And I've done this to boost my self-esteem as a dark-skinned woman. And this is why I get so upset, because I know that these dark-skinned women, they're copying me. None of these women have the authenticity of what I've actually created in real life based off of my experience. Like, what they have done is watch my videos, watch me in some form or shape or fashion, and taking that back to their YouTube audience, and they're passing it off. They're passing off the dark-skinned activist, authentic, original, real life story as their own. All of them are frauds. I can never respect you, ever. And I am very angry that I have been ripped off and plagiarized by unscrupulous so-called dark-skinned sisters. You're not my sisters. You're my enemy. You're no longer my sisters because you're stealing from my authenticity. Nothing that these women do is real. Nothing. It's all conjured up and plagiarized. Let's be clear. This is just an example of the dark skin activism that came out of my real life experience. The running and the veganism that I wrote about light years ago, before anybody talked about dark skin. I've been doing this shit from day one. I didn't have to watch somebody's video and make up nothing. I've been doing this as the dark skin activist. So once again, if you want to go make a donation to my first 10K marathon. Dark Skin Activist runs the first 10K marathon. It's right here on Facebook. You can go and make that donation there. You can go to my PayPal, which is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. That's the email address. Or you can go to my GoFundMe. Simply go to Google, type in Rashida Strober GoFundMe, and it'll pop right up. So there's 3 ways you have of making your donations in support of my first 10K marathon in Atlanta, Georgia, coming up on July 4th. I'm very excited about that. So what spurred this particular live today? I'm going to go to my Facebook page where a dark-skinned woman attacked me. I'm going to put it right here so you guys can see it. Just out of the blue. I've been doing this work for years before any of you even cared. You didn't even think about it, but you want to come and try to check me. Dark-skinned women, you can't check. You can never check the dark-skinned activists, because I created this lane. If anything, I'm the one that can check you. I'm the only one, Rashida Strober, that can legitimately ever check another dark-skinned woman. You cannot check me. You did not create this lane. You did not think to speak on dark skin. You didn't do that. Only one person in the world did that, and all of you are copying. All of you are plagiarizing, every last one of you. So you don't have the right to come and police the dark-skinned activists. You don't have the right to check the dark-skinned activists, because the dark-skinned activist is uncheckable regarding other dark-skinned women. Let's be real clear about that. So let's go to this Facebook post that spurred and inspired this entire live. I made this post speaking on dark-skinned women. I always say things and people will go and again steal and rip off and copy what I do. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody watched this live and then went back and created a derivative of this actual live in terms of me speaking about dark-skinned women trying to police me, the dark-skinned activist. I wouldn't be surprised, because all these dark-skinned women do online is rip me off constantly. So this post is a result of my original thought process as the world's first and only dark-skinned activist, where I spoke about dark-skinned women not being allowed to be seen as beautiful. Okay, this was her response. This woman comes on here and she says, I'm reading what she says verbatim. She says, you can't take your personal problems or insecurities and feel like every chocolate sister feels like you. First of all, I'm going to break down her comments here. First of all, if you know anything about dark-skinned activism and the dark-skinned activists, I created dark-skinned activism out of my own personal experience. And what happened is dark-skinned women copied and plagiarized me. So we're going to be real clear about this. Rashida Strober created dark-skinned activism literally for Rashida Strober. And what happened is dark-skinned women said I was crazy, but then they turned around and copied and plagiarized everything I did. So your comment makes no sense when we look at the real history of why I became the world's first and only dark-skinned activist to begin with. You make no sense. It wasn't created because I was speaking about other dark-skinned women. It was created because I was speaking about Rashida Strober. And what happened is dark-skinned women, they said, what the hell is this? And then the unscrupulous ones online, like I said, who already had an audience, who know how to market, they went and plagiarized my work. So how fucking dare you? How fucking dare you come up onto my page and speak on something that you have absolutely no clue about? But this is the irony of dealing with these unscrupulous dark-skinned women. Let me continue reading what this woman said, this dark-skinned woman said. The next sentence says, I have no problem, sis. Well, the post is not fucking about you. I have no problem. The post is not about you. The post came out of the experiences of Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. See, these dark-skinned women, in one vein, they'll talk shit to me and then turn right back around and steal and plagiarize everything I'm doing. Make up your fucking mind. You all up on my videos. You're all up on my websites. You're all up on my Facebook page. You have, all you can do is rip off and steal what I say, how I come across, my ideas, but then you turn around and criticize what I say in the same vein. Fucked up in the head, some of you. Completely and utterly, this is what I'm talking about when I talk about the dishonesty regarding dark-skinned women in relation to Rashida Strober, the world's first dark-skinned activist, creating the very lane for them to even talk about dark-skin discrimination, the very lane for them to even talk about colorism. You come to my pages, my social media, and you criticize me, but you plagiarize and rip off every fucking thing I do. Ponder that. This is what they do. Let's go back and finish reading this dark-skinned woman's ignorant comment. Black and pretty, boom, and sex appeal is the top quality. You need to stop. This woman is making no sense. This post, as I have clearly stated, has absolutely nothing to do with any other dark-skinned woman. Because again, as I clearly stated, dark-skinned activism came out of Rashida Strober's for real life experience, not from watching other Black women on YouTube. I've been a dark-skinned activist. In 1998, created this entire lane before anybody even thought to speak about dark skin or colorism. So it has nothing to do with other Black women. So this was my response. And she put a laugh. I said, this is Rashida Strober philosophy and opinions, and I will continue to say what I feel. I didn't ask anyone to co-sign because I don't need your permission. And then I told her, I said, you know, I'm being policed. This is where this whole entire live came out of. The dark-skinned activist, Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist, the woman that actually brought the topic of colorism, of darkism, of dark skin discrimination, who all these dark-skinned women said was crazy, but every last one of you have ripped off my work. Explain that. To this day, I still got these dark-skinned women, as you can see. That's my Facebook page. You can go to my Facebook page and you can read the comments for yourself. I still have these dark-skinned women attacking me, but stealing from me. They attack me, but they steal from me. They attack me, but they plagiarize me. They attack me, but they want to be me. You will never be the dark-skinned activist. You can steal and copy my ideas and take it to your thousands of subscribers, pay for your views, but you will never, ever, 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 ever be Rashida Strober, the dark-skinned activist. You know why? Because you can never go back to 98 before anybody spoke about dark skin and create something that was never heard of before. You dark-skinned woman who's plagiarizing and ripping me off, you will never, ever be able to do that, no matter how much you steal and plagiarize my original work. That's the key that I would like for everybody to understand. You will never, none of these plagiarizers on the internet, it's a bunch of them that's stealing from me. All of them that's talking about dark skin, they are stealing from Rashida Strober because they didn't come up with this concept. I introduced the topic of dark skin and colorism to the internet, and all of them stole. All of them was talking about Black issues. And then when I came along in 2015 and blew up with that Kendrick Lamar post, that's when all of them switched up the game. But you will never have the authenticity, the story, the creation story, my real life story of creating dark skin activism. You will never fucking have that. Period. Period. And I want to make this clear to everybody that's watching this now in the sound of my voice. You will never have my origin story, ever. I don't respect any of these women. I don't give a damn about any of these women because they don't give a damn about coming to my channel, reading my books, going to my website, and ripping off my original work. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. Y'all know this. Everybody that's watching this knows. People that's intelligent with a brain. Everybody knows what I am saying is the truth. So dark-skinned women, don't you ever try to police the dark-skinned activists. In fact, you should be thanking me. You should be kissing the ground that I walk on for creating this lane. You got the gall, the audacity to come up on my social media and talk crazy to me when I'm the reason why you're even talking about anything to do with dark-skinned colorism. It's only one person that's the reason for the entire colorism, dark-skinned conversation. And you looking at her. That's Rashida Strober. Period. End of the fucking story. The rest of you are frauds and you do not matter at all. Period. Once again, I want to encourage those of you that support the work that I do as the original, real, world's first and only dark-skinned activist, the creator of the entire dark-skinned lane, colorism lane online, to go to my Facebook page, to my GoFundMe, or to my PayPal and make a donation to the 10K race that I will be engaged in, the 10K marathon, should I say, that I'll be engaged in on July 4th. World's first and only dark-skinned activist. I am doing my first 10K marathon, living dark-skinned activism. See, this is what living dark-skinned activism is all about. It's not just on YouTube. These people can never, again, going back to what I said, you could never be me because you can't go back and relive the story that created dark skin activism, which is the first platform in history for dark skin that I brought to the internet that everyone has copied. You can't create the origin story. The origin story of dark skin activism has already gone down in history. You can't recreate that, no matter how much you steal and plagiarize. I cannot be duplicated. The dark-skinned activist cannot be duplicated. I can be imitated, but I can never be duplicated. I'm going to go back to this is the Facebook event right here, and I would like to say a special thank you to every single person that has donated. I am so grateful to y'all. I just spoke to one of the donors about I want to say about an hour ago over the phone. Personally spoke to him. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This race is actually for y'all. Like, I'm doing this for y'all. I'm doing this for y'all. I'm racing. It was about Rashida Strober, but the people that are supporting me, graciously donating their money, this race is for y'all. I'm gonna come through at the Atlanta PeachTree Road Race, which is my first 10K marathon on July 4th. And if you are in the Atlanta area, please feel free to come on out. You can be a spectator and watch. I will happily meet you at the finish line, and I will be happy to meet you. So I just want to say thank you very much for supporting me. I appreciate you. I thank you. I'm grateful. And again, go ahead and make a donation if you have not made the donation already to the world's first and the real one, not the fake stuff, not the watered down stuff, the real. You're dealing with the real life story of the dark-skinned woman that started the entire lane of talking about dark skin. Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist.